This is a Conehead mantis, and that is a cranefly. That was not exactly the high-speed prey capture I was hoping to film, but it wasn't because of the lack of trying. I tried, and tried, and tried. Nothing worked, so I settled for the cranefly footage. In this video I'm building a terrarium for this mantis, but the mantis will not be alone. He will have some roommates, like this isopod and this millipede. But first, let's get back to the start. I caught this mantis in the wild, and don't worry, I checked the red list. Never take animals from the wild that are threatened. This is where I housed them in the first few weeks. It's clear they needed an upgrade from this, let's face it, shitty enclosure. I'm saying they because I've not one, but three. And since praying mantises, since these animals are cannibals, you can't house them together. That is why I ordered something that I could use as separate enclosures. These are glass items, so I hope everything is intact. I'll unpack further off screen. Sorry, had to do it. I ordered 3 big food storage jars that are perfect. And luckily all 3 were intact. The mantises were eating a lot, so I knew they were going to molt soon. So it's time we get started on the terrariums. However, Bob here is going on a hunger strike until you subscribe. Hashtag subscribe for Bob. Let's get started. The first step is to drill some holes, because you know, animals need air. Next step is to add the soil. I was a bit enthusiastic there. If you slope it towards the back, it gives the terrarium more depth. Most things I add I took from their natural environment, so I'm pretty sure it won't cause the mantis harm. The moss in this old terrarium of mine isn't doing too well, but this tree seedling is surprisingly doing very well in this terrarium, so I decided to use it. In this new spot it will have more room to grow. This one is already wondering why it takes so long to make the terrarium. Classic Bob. Almost done, buddy. This stick is perfect for the mantis to reach the top of the terrarium, where it will spend most of its time. And the lichen on it is perfect food for the millipedes I'm adding later. I'm adding some pine needles and dead leaves. This way it resembles their natural habitat more. I left enough space in the middle. This is needed because a mantis molts upside down and needs space for this. I wanted to add some other animals too and knew the perfect place to find them. This is another terrarium of mine. Under this piece of bark are always isopods and millipedes. I collected some off screen. And here they are. A few millipedes and a few isopods. I didn't want to take too many, because then this happens. These animals multiply like crazy. And then they eat everything. There they go into their new home. Pretty sure they won't be eaten because they spend most of their time on the ground. And this one will spend most of its time in the top of the terrarium. Come on, you get a new home. I think he's not sure if he likes it yet. These mantises are always shaking when they're walking, and sometimes even when they're just sitting. This makes it hard to get sharp images. They do this because this way they resemble sticks in the wind. Perfect camouflage to fool predators and prey. I'm building the other 2 terrariums the same way, but I'm not here to bore you with that. This is a finished terrarium, but keep watching, I'm still gonna show you how the animals are doing inside. It is nothing spectacular, but I think it will do great for one small mantis. The mantis is looking for a good spot to sit. He will probably settle on the top of the terrarium once the lid is on it. Like I expected, The millipedes went immediately for the lichen. Remember when I said they probably won't be eaten? I think I will be wrong soon. The mantis already showed some interest in this one. Isopods don't like lichen so much, but they do like dead leaves. This one looks like he hasn't eaten in weeks. I will have to add dead leaves often, I think. I already said you can't house mantises together. However, there is one occasion when this is not true. When you have a breeding pair and you want to mate them. Unfortunately, I think I have 3 females, so that won't be happening. I can see this by looking at the antennae of the mantis. This one is a female. And this one is a male. They have more feathery antennae compared to the females. Mantises are also very clean animals. After a meal you can always see them clean their legs. But I guess this one wants to be left alone. I put a lot of effort in this video and I hope it showed. So if you could reward my work with a like, it would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching.